Hi babes, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the highly requested weight loss Q&A. So if you are here to learn about how I lost 100 pounds in 1 year, you wanna know my tips, tricks, all the ins and outs, then just keep watching. Okay babes, so if you are not following me on Instagram, then you would not know I asked all of you babes to ask me all your weight loss related questions, everything you wanted to know from me. I have a bunch of them here in my phone, so let's just get straight into the questions. Okay, so first question is, did you focus on healthy eating first, then working out, or did you focus on both simultaneously? So I would say I worked on both of them simultaneously. I started off with calorie counting with MyFitnessPal. That was just the easiest thing I knew to use. Basically, I knew I was gonna start with calorie counting and see how that worked for me, which it ended up working really well. Once I got into this workout program called Training for Warriors, they were giving me basically ideas on what to eat, and they suggested high protein, low carb. So I stick to calorie counting. I don't count my macros or anything like that, but I do try to stick to high protein, low carb. I also did start working out right away. I didn't go like super hard at first or anything like that. I definitely started off with working out about, I would say 3 days a week or so. I started off with Morgan Losing's at-home workout plan, and it just worked well for me because it fit my physical needs. At my highest, I was nearly 272 pounds. When I started my weight loss journey on January 1st of 2019, I weighed 265 pounds. So I needed a program that was gonna work with my physical needs, and I knew that I needed to be on it with my food and working out. And so I just did what was best for me, and that was calorie counting and working out at home just to start off with. So that's how I started. So yes, I simultaneously started working on my nutrition as well as my working out at the same time. How do you focus on healthy eating while you are on the go? So what I like to do before I leave the house every single day is I always make sure I have my 40-ounce water bottle full of water and ice ready to go. I also make sure I always pack a snack. Even if I think I'm only gonna be gone for an hour, always pack a snack, because sometimes you're out and about and then maybe something else happens, you have to go to another store. So being prepared on the go has been huge for me. Packing either a snack, packing either a little mini like lunch, whether it be a little sandwich, turkey roll-ups, a side of fruit, a string cheese. Always have something on you so that when that hunger hits, you're prepared and you're not like, oh no, I need to go to grab some fast food. We're not doing that. Don't allow yourself to get to that point. Always stay prepared. So snack on the go and water on the go are a must if you are leaving your house. How did you change your eating habits when you first started? So basically just started with calorie counting. I knew for me that doing restrictive diets were not gonna work for me. I've tried dieting in the past, quit the diet. I knew that this had to be a lifestyle change. I needed to eat food that I genuinely enjoyed eating, because if I'm eating things that don't satisfy me, I know what that leads to. And that leads to me overeating later. So basically what I did was find foods that I truly enjoy, and I just tried to make a healthier version of that. And also with calorie counting, it's just like portion controlling things out. So in the beginning, I love grilled cheese sandwiches. I love pizza. I love carby foods, but I knew I couldn't just eat a bowl of spaghetti every night and think I'm gonna lose weight. So I found healthier options to all of these things. So it's not that I can't ever have pizza or grilled cheese or spaghetti ever again. It's just me finding a way to create them in a healthier version. So maybe your next question would be, well, where do you find all these healthy alternatives? Instagram, Google, literally anything. So there's a few different babes I follow on Instagram that they post their food options and their lower calorie options. And I found one of my babes I wanna say her name's Smashly on Instagram. She's freaking awesome. She's lost over 100 pounds. She also shares the love of pizza like me. And I saw she made a lower calorie pizza option from home. So basically I took all her ingredients, found them in my store of maybe I just switched up a few things that I just, you know, personal preference. And I was able to create a good size pizza, like a big size pizza for about 400 calories, and I could eat the entire pizza. And then, you know, when you go out, you can typically have one slice of pizza for 400 calories. So it's all about finding the foods you love and creating them at home to be a lower calorie recipe. That's the key, eating foods that you genuinely enjoy. So play around with your foods. Don't be scared to play around with them, try new things. That's key. Loose skin and how guys, girls, friends, family treated you before and after. So loose skin is actually something I just started opening up to about on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on there, make sure you're following me. I definitely have a lot of loose skin. I have loose skin on my arms. I have loose skin on my tummy, my thighs, my breasts are completely just, life is kind of sucked out of them. But you know, I'm really starting to learn how to just love and embrace it because I'm so happy and I'm so healthy and that feels so good. So I'm not gonna let loose skin upset me when number one, I know one of these days I will have skin removal surgery. And number two, having loose skin is so much better for me than being morbidly obese, being physically not able to do things, being sick because I was so unhealthy. So I don't mind the loose skin as much. When it comes to how do girls, guys in my family treat me after weight loss? I would say guys, I definitely get a little bit more attention from. Sometimes it's not like the best attention, but it's kind of nice, you know, being noticed. I would say when it comes to like girls and my family, everyone's just so supportive. All my babes over on Instagram are so supportive. My friends and my family in real life do nothing but support and love me. So overall, this weight loss journey has been nothing but a positive change for me. What do you do for nutrition? So with nutrition, honestly, I wouldn't say I'm super strict on myself or anything like that. I do calorie counting, portion control. I find healthier alternatives to make certain things that I'm craving or like meals that I genuinely really love, but I want to make a healthier alternative to it. So that way I never feel like I'm ever missing out. You know what I mean? What did you say to yourself on the hard days? How did you push through? So there are definitely a lot of hard days on this journey. There are days still, even that I've lost 100 pounds now, over 100 pounds, I have days where I'm like, damn, all I wanna do is eat, 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 eat. And I shared this on my Instagram the other day where I did have a night where I just went in and I ate so much food. So I am typically pretty good about being able to control myself and be able to tell, okay, is my body physically hungry or is my brain telling me I'm hungry and I'm not? So coming to terms with figuring out, is my brain messing with me or is my body physically hungry, was my number one. So then I would go based off of that. If my body was physically telling me it was still hungry, I would give myself more food. I would try and stick to a high protein, low carb type of snack, meal, whatever it may be. But the way I get myself through those days is I just look back on all the progress I've made. I remind myself how good I feel mentally, physically, emotionally, and I try and keep myself in that headspace. And so just reminding myself, looking back at photos and stuff like that really helped me on those hard days. What were your go-to foods? How did you calorie count and how many ounces of water? So my go-to foods prior to weight loss were definitely all fast food. I ate a ton of fast food. I don't typically eat fast food hardly anymore. If I do, I typically stick to like Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, and I usually go with like grilled chicken nuggets. Or if I go to In-N-Out, I do a Flying Dutchman, which is just the meat and the cheese, but I do not skip out on those French fries, honey. And then I just, you know, calorie count everything into my Fitness Pal. So my Fitness Pal makes everything so easy. So you download the app, you literally type in Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets, 8 count, 12 count, whatever you get, and it pops up the calories for you. So it makes it extremely easy to calorie count. So I typically try and drink 1 to 2 gallons of water a day. I know 2 gallons is really excessive. I'm usually drinking 2 gallons when I am really eating clean. I am really working hard and just really trying to just do the damn thing. But typically every single day I'm getting in at the least amount, 1 gallon of water. But I do try and hit more than 1 gallon every single day. Do you track your exercise with your calories on MyFitnessPal? I actually don't. I don't track any of my workouts. I don't have an Apple Watch, so I don't know how many calories I burn at each workout. To me, I just don't feel like I personally need to count how many calories I'm burning. I know as long as I'm eating in a calorie deficit that I'm doing good. As long as I'm hitting my calories on MyFitnessPal, that I'm okay. And as long as I'm working out every single day, I know I'm doing the damn thing. So for me, I really try and keep my weight loss as simple as possible because this is a lifestyle change for me. And I don't want to be stressing every single day about every little thing and tracking every little thing because this is my life, and one day I'm not going to be calorie counting because I've learned how to just portion control and eat in moderation and eat to fuel my body and not to excessively eat. So no, I do not track any of that. How often were you working out at the beginning? So at the beginning of my journey, I was working out at home 3 days a week. I would do at-home workout videos because I wasn't confident enough to get in the gym. I didn't know what to do in the gym for the first 2 months. I did Morgan Lusing's at-home workout programs, which I absolutely loved. And then after that, I found on Facebook, it was called Training for Warriors. It was a 6-week program where you put down $600 and you bet on yourself that you will lose 6% body fat or 25 pounds of fat. So once I started that program, that really gave me honestly the confidence I was needing to get into the gym. This gym was it hyped you up. Everyone there was extremely positive. And what was great about it was there was everyone on different walks of life. Like we had people that were extremely young all the way up until like 65-year-olds in these classes. And there was people that were athletes to people like me just starting their journey. So I felt so at home in this gym, which truly gave me the confidence I needed. That's also where I learned a lot of my nutrition about eating high protein, low carbs, making sure that I'm getting enough protein because at one point I wasn't really losing weight because I was eating so many carbs that I needed to balance it out with protein. So they really helped me on my nutrition in that aspect, and they helped give me the confidence I needed. So after Morgan Lusing, when I would do that 3 days a week, then I jumped into TFW. I jumped into TFW on month 2 of my weight loss journey. Actually, sorry, month 3 of my weight loss journey. And I was going 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, I was working out with TFW. Then I would do some type of active rest days on the weekends. So typically I was active anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week for a couple of months. Keep in mind, I was going through a breakup at the time and I needed to keep myself as busy as possible. The most beneficial thing was exercise. Sweat therapy is what helped me. So that's why I was working out 5 to 7 days a week. It was a very positive outlet for me. But I know working out 7 days a week is not very realistic for everyone. So I think if you're working out anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week in the beginning, that's perfect. You do what works for you and for your lifestyle and what's realistic for the long term for you. What did you do for yourself that made you feel good outside of exercise? I think that's a really good question. So like I've said before, my number one thing for like therapy was sweat therapy. I used the gym, I used hiking trails as my therapist, but that was not the only thing I did to take care of me. And so the other things I did was a lot of positive self-talk. So it sounds super silly, but I look myself in the mirror and I tell myself positive things about myself that I love about myself. I would also use manifestation as a positive tool, gratitude talks. I would wake up in the morning and instead of allowing depression to take over me due to my breakup, I would tell myself out loud 10 things every single morning that I was grateful for. even down to the littlest things, I would say that I was grateful for my bedroom to have a space to express myself, to lay myself down every night to rest, down to those little things, being grateful for my car, my strong mentality, being able to physically wake up every single day. There's so much to be grateful for. So I do feel like gratitude talks and positive self-talks really also helped me. Is there any one thing that you attribute to your success in the beginning? I would say staying consistent with myself is what I would attribute to. I had to show up for myself every single day. I had to choose to wake up and eat clean. I had to choose to wake up and work out. I had to choose to wake up and have a good day. Even if I felt like the day wasn't going to be good, I had to remember everything in life is a choice and comes down to what I am choosing. So I think my mindset would be probably the biggest thing I have to thank for my weight loss journey, because it's kept me extremely strong even on the hard days. Were some of your goals starting out, were they realistic? Did you have to adjust them? So my goal starting out was basically, I made myself a New Year's list of things I wanted to accomplish. And so basically, I would say my goals were very realistic, and I did have to adjust them because I didn't think I would have lost 100 pounds in 1 year. 1 year was my goal, but I basically spaced out what months I wanted to hit what goals. That was the only thing I had to adjust, because I was actually hitting my goals much quicker than I had anticipated. I thought by December I would have lost only 75 pounds, but I was actually way ahead of my targeted goals. So I did just readjust those. But other than that, I set very realistic goals for myself. Mostly they were weight loss goals, about, you know, wanting to hit a certain weight by this month, certain things like I wanted to do a sunrise, a sunset hike. I wanted to hike in Sedona, which I did a ton of times. This one is actually super personal, but be able to see my lady bits again, because you know, when you have a very big belly, you can't see. And that was a really big thing for me. So obviously I can now see my lady bits again, which is awesome. But these were very realistic goals for me. I didn't want to give myself goals that I knew I could not meet, you know, because that would be extremely discouraging. So I made them extremely realistic. How are you able to stay consistent? That's the one thing I have a hard time with. So basically, it honestly for me came down to how bad does Victoria want this? And I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I never wanted anything more than I want to be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. For me, it was never about being skinny. I don't wanna be skinny. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I just wanted to feel good inside and out. I wanted to be healthy, to keep up with my nephews, to live a full life. And I wasn't. I was a couch potato. I was saying no to everything. I was not going out and living. I was just getting by, and I just was no longer okay with that. So each morning I wake up and I realize that I have a choice, and I had to choose to exercise and eat clean, because I knew what the end result was. So even on the days that I was like, man, I really just want to eat like a garbage can, I would refocus myself and just remember how I have goals, and my goals don't reach themselves. And if I keep having these days where I eat like a garbage can, I'm not gonna get to where I want to be. And I was so sick of being in such a negative place within my own self. I was just like, nope, we're done. So every single day, it was just a constant reminder of never wanting to be back in that negative headspace that I was and feel as unhealthy as I did. So that's what helps me stay consistent, is just constantly reminding myself of where I was and where I'm going, and knowing that I have the choice to keep moving forward. How did you beat the battle of feeling uncomfortable in the gym? So I would honestly say TFW helped give me the confidence I needed in the gym, because it was such a structured class for 6 weeks. They literally taught me my form, how I should do certain moves, how it is done correctly. And basically I took that knowledge and transferred it into the gym. I was like, no, Victoria, you know what you are doing. And I would just do the damn thing. If I was ever confused on anything, honestly, I would stop in the middle of the gym and Google what the form was for whatever workout I was doing. So by educating myself on these workouts with, you know, TFW, Google, Instagram, all of these tools that we literally have in our cell phones, basically, helped build my confidence, because I kept just filling my brain with so much knowledge so that I knew what I was doing in there. And I would also pre-plan my workout. So before I was going into the gym, I would know, okay, so today we're gonna do a booty workout day. So it would all be booty focused. And then we're gonna end with cardio. So I already had in my head what we were doing, or what I was doing, so that I didn't get in there and was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I feel like that is what used to make me so uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do in the gym. So by educating myself and, you know, just Googling things or asking for help really helped me. You're there for you. I think that's the biggest thing. You're not there to impress anyone. You're not there to do anything other than show up for yourself. And so I would constantly remind myself, no one's looking at you, Victoria. You're there to do you. Even if they're looking, let them look. You're here doing the damn thing. You're here for yourself. So just reminding myself that I was there for me and no one else really helped me, as well as having knowledge. How did you change your eating habits? So basically, I just portion control and calorie count everything. I would definitely say I eat a lot better than I used to. A lot of my food options, you know, used to be a frozen pizza, a frozen meal. I would go out, I would eat fast food 5 days a week, and I just knew that was no longer healthy. I would drink soda every single day. I would hardly drink any water. So I'm better about picking healthier options when it comes to my food now. So rather than me grabbing, you know, a bag of chips, I'm probably grabbing, you know, an apple and some string cheese, some grapes and something else, something with like fruit, more balanced, something that's actually gonna keep me full and fuel my body. Don't get me wrong, I still eat chips. I portion control my chips out, but I typically try and pick a lot of cleaner options, because I also know that they make me more satisfied in the end. They make me full, they give me energy, and that's exactly what I'm eating for, to fuel my body. But you know, there are those times that I eat just because it tastes good. So I don't ever want you to think that I eat 110% clean all the time, because I definitely don't. It's all portion control. How did you find the foods/exercises that worked best for you? So when it comes to the food, I had to play around with a lot of different foods. I still do. I'm a very, very picky eater, so it's really hard for me to eat vegetables. I really don't like vegetables. The only way I get my vegetables is in my green smoothies. I have tried, you know, like cauliflower rice and stuff like that, but food is definitely a tough one for me. I think that's why portion control and calorie counting works so well for me. But trying new things, that's huge. You don't know until you try. So creating new food options at your house, trying new foods that you would have thought you would never like, but then you end up loving. I just play around with my foods. I still do that. I feel like I'll do that for the rest of my life, trying new things. That way you don't get bored of the same things. When it comes to exercise and what was best for me, I really enjoy at-home workout programs. So in the beginning, I did Morgan Losings. Then I did actually the Training for Warriors, which was an actual gym, which I ended up finding on Facebook. And then after that, I actually found the program I've been doing ever since, which is Busybody Fit. If you guys don't know, I'm a Busybody Fit babe. I've been doing it since end of March, early April. When I found Take It's Tiny on Instagram, I saw her doing the workouts and saw her results, and she just looks absolutely amazing. So once I found that, I purchased the Busybody workouts, and I've honestly been doing them ever since because I just truly enjoy the programs. And now I can basically do those from home. I could do them in the gym. It's just great because these programs, you get so much more than you think out of them. They give you knowledge, and then you use that knowledge in the gym. So that's basically what I've done with all of the programs I've done in 2019. I took the knowledge from each different program and I used that in the gym, which I think also has helped give me that confidence as well. Did you count calories or track macros? I only count calories. I don't like to make anything too confusing, so I don't technically count macros or anything like that. Have you noticed at all men treating you differently since losing weight? I definitely feel like my confidence plays a big role in that. I would say men definitely look at me more, but I definitely feel like my confidence really radiates, and that I think is super attractive to people. But I also would say I'm very much putting out there that I'm dating myself. So I think that also kind of halts them. So it's kind of like a yes and a no. It's, I guess, whatever I allow, which I'm like, I'm doing me, boo. I don't want you. How long are your workouts per day? So honestly, that changes every single day based on how I'm feeling. Some days I want to work out for an hour. I want to work out for sometimes 2 hours. And there's other times that I only want to do a 30-minute workout. So it basically how I'm feeling that day. Typically, I do like to spend like 45 minutes to 1 hour in the gym. I usually like to do either a busy body workout, a Getting Fit with Vic workout, which is my workout program that I created for beginner/lower intensity workouts for all you babes. I love doing cardio. So honestly, just depends on the day. It can literally range from a 30-minute workout to a 2-hour workout. So how do you come up with healthy things to eat that still make you feel satisfied? So back to basically creating those meals that you love and making a healthier version of it is going to be key. Because if you're not eating food you are enjoying, or if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna stick to it. So eat real food, eat the food that tastes good, but also, you know, McDonald's sometimes be tasting good, but it's not the best for us. So, you know, make your burgers at home. That's what I do. And just making stuff at home, making those alternatives so you never feel like you're missing out and you're still feeling satisfied. That is definitely the key. Do you eat more calories on the days you burn more calories through exercise? So no, because you want to be in a calorie deficit. That's how you lose weight. So basically by consuming less calories than your body is burning. So for example, I am supposed to be eating about 1,400 calories a day to lose weight. I went to this gym called EOS and they have a body scanning machine. I stepped on it. It says naturally, even if I slept all day long, my body naturally burns 1,600 calories. That right there is already me being in a calorie deficit. So by me working out on top of that, my body's naturally burning now way more than 1,600 calories, but I don't add on any extra calories to eat because I want to be in that calorie deficit in order to lose weight. I hope that makes sense. Recommendations for picky eaters. I'm down 30 pounds, but my nutrition is shit. So I feel you on that, babe. Honestly, I don't think my nutrition is 110% the cleanest, the best, but I do what's best for me, and I feel like I eat way cleaner than I used to. And this is just going back to creating new meals at home. What is your favorite meal and how can you make it lower calorie or more healthy, if that makes sense? So playing around with foods is going to be key because we get burnt out on what we eat. You know, we eat a lot of the same things. Going on Instagram, going on Google, going on the Tasty app, and just trying to check out new meals and new options, new snack ideas to switch it up is really big, especially for us picky eaters. We got to, you know, keep it fun, keep it exciting, but not too crazy because we're picky. Can you explain more about your planning process and what you write down? So when I started planning for my weight loss journey, I wrote down all the goals I wanted to accomplish in 2019. And then I sat down and also wrote out what was I going to do in order to get there. So it was kind of a game plan. My game plan was working out 3 days a week, getting in some type of cardio 3 days a week. So on the days I would work out, I would do a 20-minute walk around the block after. And so basically that was my plan on just how I was gonna start and how I was gonna stay consistent, knowing that I was gonna start calorie counting, knowing I was starting Morgan's at-home workout programs, knowing I wanted to work out 3 days a week and do cardio 3 days a week. So that's kind of what I had planned out before I started losing my weight. Okay, babes, I think that's gonna wrap up part 1 of my weight loss Q&A. I have a ton more questions to still answer for you guys, but I don't wanna keep you too long. So if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any more questions for me so I can answer those in part 2. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye, babes.